Thank you for joining me. Today I am going to show you how to make the heart punch flower that you see here on my little notebook. I am using designer series paper and the extra large heart full punch to create this three-dimensional flower. I'm also using paper daisies, flower brads, and the basic pearls. Let's start by selecting your designer series paper. I am using the In Color Patterns stack. I'm using Blushing Bride, and you will first need to take your heart punch and punch your hearts out. You'll need a total of 8 hearts per flower, so punch your numbers accordingly until you have a total of 8. So I right now have what I'm going to call the wrong side facing up. So it's the side of the designer series paper that I don't want to see. Then take your sticky strip. You're going to pull it off maybe about 1 inch to 1.25 inches, whatever's comfortable for you, and snip that piece. Then go ahead and snip that in half. I'm doing this because I like the dimension that you get with a skinnier strip of sticky strip. Tongue-tied there. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it in half. This is one of the hardest parts about making your flower. And, oh boy. I'll start that over. Okay, let's try again. Find my edge. Okay. I'm just going to snip again about 1/4 inch, 1.25 inches, and I'm going to cut that in half. Sometimes you can cut it in half and rip the rest, and that did work. Okay, we're back on the go. Now, looking at your flower, wrong side up, you're going to go ahead and lay your sticky strip as close to the edge as possible. If you get it just a wee bit over, just go ahead and trim that, and that's fine. But just line it up as close to the right edge as possible. And you need to do this to all 8 of your flowers. So just one by one, go ahead, and this is before you assemble the flower. So make sure to do this step first. And once you have a total of 8 flowers that all have the sticky strips on the side, start with your first 2. And you're going to line them up on the back side to the back side. Okay? Now you're only going to remove sticky strip from 1. And then you're going to line them up, paying careful attention to the heart top and less to the point. As precisely as you can, but these are handmade items, so let's not get too picky. Go ahead and use a bone folder to stick that sticky strip down very well, and this is what you will start with. So you've got sticky strip on one, the other has already started to stick, and we're going to go ahead again and we're going to pull another heart, peel off our sticky strip. They will get stuck at the bottom sometimes, but that's fine, just pull it out. And again, wrong side to wrong side, or back of your paper, whichever term is working for you. Line them up, paying careful attention to the top part of the heart. Go ahead and use your bone folder again. And just seal that sticky strip, okay? Open it up again. You'll find that the bottom will start to get kind of convoluted, for lack of a better way to say it. But But that's okay. That's not what's important. It's the top of your heart that we need to be looking at. Okay, so once you have done all 8 hearts, and a magic of television, I'm able to show you an almost completed heart. The more hearts you add on to make this blossom, the harder it's going to get to work with. So just bend around. Paper's very forgiving. Go ahead and line up those tops. And again, use your bone folder to seal that sticky strip. And you're going to get to your very end with all 8 hearts. This is kind of what it looks like. As you can see, the middle isn't really sticking to itself. But just go ahead and peel that last strip backing. And you're going to adhere wrong side to wrong side again, lining up the tops as best as you can, and then sealing it with your bone folder again. So once you invert, let's get that out of there. Once you invert, this is what you have. And you can kind of fold and play with it as you will, bring some up, push others down, however you'd like it to look. And I am using the smallest paper daisy that's available in the Paper Daisies pack. And I'm using the Pretty in Pink brad to match the Blushing Bride Designer Series paper. So I'm going to go ahead and push that brad through my Paper Daisy, and then push my Paper Daisy and brad through the center of this blossom we've created with the hearts. Go ahead and turn that over and flatten it out. And that kind of covers up all that convoluted mess, if you will, in the middle of your blossom. Okay? Let's fold this up a little. Kind of play with that as you like. And as a finishing touch, I'm going to use a basic pearl and just sort of adhere that right to the middle of my flower brad. You can do this in any color available to you. Coordinate the Designer Series paper accordingly. And once through, go ahead and adhere it to your project. I use Stampin' Dimensionals. And here we go. Your completed heart punch blossom. Thanks for stamping with me.